Since I made my mind, I know you don't believe me. It's never all that easy. Woke up in half my clothes. Can't face a light this close. They never want you stable. So young.
Hi, I'm Kelli DiTomasso, and this is Musicians Wanted. I'm here today with Jonny Glenn and Matt Migliorino, who plays alongside Jonny Glenn. Thank you so much for being here, guys.
Yeah.
So how did you two meet?
So I'm from South Carolina and Matt is from Jersey.
Okay.
And we both came to school in Boston. Matt was here a year after me, yeah.
Yeah, I came 1 year after you.
And so I decided to put up posters at Berkeley. And that was his freshman year, my sophomore year at BU. And then I put up posters, person looking for a band with these influences, and he was the first guy to call.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fate.
Yeah, so it worked out. I remember, I think it was the first time I met Matt, it was like a dark, it was definitely nighttime. I don't know if it was raining. And
I met you at the bus stop.
it was at a bus stop on Palm Ave, and
we went to the studio to go work on those songs. You never met me, and you're like, oh, come play guitar for me.
and I'd never heard a Berkeley guitarist play. And after the guy that I had been playing with was like struggling to play 3 notes, I brought Matt in. I was like, what the hell, or what is this? and he just destroyed the songs, and I was like, finally someone. But other than like a musical connection, we also have, like, we're now roommates.
That's awesome.
We're super close, and yeah.
That's great.
But yeah, the first night I put in the work. So, but it was good.
Cool. So for people who may not have heard your music before, how would you describe your sound to them?
So it's definitely evolved, and I would say less now, but always evolving. We started, like Matt and I grew up listening to like rock. Matt a little heavier than me probably.
Yeah.
But you know, I grew up listening to like Pearl Jam, Led Zeppelin. I really love the 90s stuff like Soundgarden, but also Michael Jackson, like old pop stuff too, kind of where I get my influences. But we started doing grunge rock stuff under a different name, and then kind of realized that that wasn't as marketable. And the guys moved away from that band, so we kind of took a step back, I think, for like 6 months to just reassess how we wanted to move forward. And now I would say it's definitely more poppy. People say like you have vocally the power of, I don't know, Adele, but I don't think it's as like our sound is as ballady, but powerful, a little eccentric.
Since the day I left you, I couldn't find a good excuse for not calling back, so I thought I'd tell the truth. I've been thinking about what you said when you told me every time it ends in love and war, there's no remorse for you. You make me cover these lines. Come with me to find them, bring it all out alive. All of the clues from our past will find a place to hide. So like the night, we're alive again. Through the bitterness we will strive to get close to the fear that left us paralyzed. We take on the fight, we're divine again. I thought I found peace within me. I didn't need another empty love that can't be lost in plain time. And every time the lights go out, I'm imagining that you're around. I can't concentrate. You bring me back to life. You make me this life. Come with me to find that we get all out alive. All of the ghosts from our past will find a place to hide. To knock the night, we're alive again. And through the bitterness we will strive to get close to the fear that left us paralyzed. We take on the fight, we're divine again. Wake up, nothing in the world can break up everything we built on. Wake up, nothing in the world can break up everything we built on. Wake up, nothing in the world can break up everything we built on. Wake up, nothing in the world can make it all out alive. All of the ghosts from our past will find a place to hide. We take back the night, we're alive again. Through the bitterness we will strive to get close to the fear that left us paralyzed. We take on the fight, we're divine again. We take it all out alive. All of the ghosts from our past will find a place to hide. We take back the night, we're alive again. Through the bitterness we will strive, and we will survive. We're divine, we're divine, we're divine again.
So kind of going off of that, what is a band that you guys listen to right now that you look toward for inspiration?
We were talking just like this past week actually, Panic at the Disco. We both like really like Panic at the Disco. Very theatrical with like both like pop and rock elements kind of infused. Yeah.
Yeah, and their performance is really, really cool. I like, obviously, like your recorded sound has to be there, but I like being as fun as possible performing. I look at a lot of people that are in the charts, and you know, they just kind of stand there. But Brendan Urie goes. He's the singer from Panic, and he just goes all in, and it's so fun to watch and be a part of. And I think that really translates to listeners too, being more into just being a solid fan base. Yeah.
So you guys do a lot of shows around Boston for anyone that's interested. So what can people expect then when they go to your shows? Can they expect that theatrical, energetic performance?
Yeah, I would say some of the guys in the band are more prone to moving than others, but I think for the most part there's a lot of high energy and people get pretty into it, so that's always a good feeling. And it's really weird, people have been coming out that I don't really know, but they've been to multiple shows and they'll start singing the lyrics, and pretty cool. So, and all of our music except maybe 1 or 2 videos has been taken off the internet, so it's pretty cool for people to still be able to, I don't know how they know stuff, but they do.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, they're just coming to your shows and enjoying it and learning the lyrics. That's awesome. So, tell me, has anything absolutely crazy happened at one of your shows? Has anything gone very wrong? Tell me your horror story of a show. Or have they all been great?
I mean, most have been good.
Did like the sound ever cut out?
We've had times where I mean, it's not crazy, this probably happens a lot, but we couldn't really hear ourselves.
Oh, that's
so it's literally like you don't know what's going on, and you just kind of are hoping that we sound okay. But something cool that happened, this girl drove from Maine like 2.5 hours to come see us play for 30 minutes at Brighton Music Hall, which was really cool. And we never met her. That was like the power of social media.
Wow.
So we brought her on stage, and yeah, now she's like #1 fan, so that's really cool. But yeah, I don't know if anything's super crazy.
Well, that's good.
I'm sure in the future,
Too crazy stuff.
I'm sure something ridiculous will happen.
Yeah.
In the future, yeah.
You'll fill me in on that. So, speaking of the future, where do you guys see yourselves in 10 years? What are your goals as a band?
Definitely want to be on tour, performing. I don't know, I mean, I think Matt agrees, but I don't see a limit for us in the future. Or the sky is the limit, is the way that I see things, and you know, I've really felt that people at a young age aren't really patient with what they're doing, and I'm a firm believer that if you know, put in the work every day and you're determined and you have the goods, then it's just a matter of time. And you know, for people that become successful at a super young age, that's literally 1 in a billion. And you know, we're super young, so there's no stopping it. But the only person that can stop you is yourself. So we don't let that happen, and we gotta keep going forward. But yeah, I mean, I see us doing what artists do: singing, performing, recording, playing for people.
Lost at sea, waves against your skin. No room to breathe, water fills you from within. Spun like a feather in the wind. Thoughts begin to flow when you don't know. There's no light to guide you away. You lied to, I can't deny you, but I say, climb aboard. So climb aboard, let's get you out of this place. The clouds again before your face. The grip tightens and for life you break. You can't win them all, sometimes you gotta lose with grace. Oh, but not this time, I'll save you from your fate. And there's no light to guide you away. You lied to, I can't deny you what I say. Climb aboard. So climb aboard. So climb aboard. Climb aboard. Let's get you out of this place. Looking for a way that's far away, far away. Looking for a way that's far away, far away. Looking for a way that's far away, far away. Looking for a way that's far away. So climb aboard. Hey, climb aboard. Climb aboard.
little bit about your songwriting process. How does a song get from your mind to, you know, a record or become a single?
That also has changed since I first started. So the first song I ever wrote, which is one of the ones that Matt played on in the time we met in Austin, was a song about, this was the first song I ever wrote, and it literally, I had played guitar for like a month and I just started playing chords, and I didn't even think about what was happening. It just literally spewed out on the paper, and in like 20 minutes there was a song. But on my birthday in high school, this kid, his name was Aaron, lit himself on fire and ran into the courtyard, and a bunch of people saw it. Crazy, but that had obviously a massive impact on me. I luckily didn't see it, but yeah, the entire school, or half of the people it seemed like, saw it, and everyone was super distraught for like weeks, as you can imagine. But I think that was, the song coming out was just kind of me processing it, and it finally just, boom. And that's kind of when I knew that I was meant to like channel my feelings, my thoughts through music. But from there, it just started, words just always sprayed. And I'm literally always thinking of things that could, I'm very observant. So if I see something, I'll write it, and I'll just like make notes throughout the day, and at the end, I can figure out a way to kind of connect them and patchwork them together. And sometimes the thoughts connect, sometimes not. Musically, usually I come up with chords, and then Matt and the other guys make it sound really good. I have, you know, I grew up playing piano, drums, guitar, so I have a foundation with being able to hear things, but I don't always know how to put it. I mean, I can play them, like chords, basic, and hear it based on that, but for the exact melodies, I can hear how the instrument should be, and then tell these guys what I'm hearing, and they can play it. So musically, I think that's how stuff comes together. Also, what's weird is, you know, I'll literally be dozing off in my bed, and I'll hear things, which sounds nuts, but I'll hear a melody or like something cool, and I'll have to get up and record it into my phone so that when I wake up in the morning, I can do it. And same with lyrics, like, oh, that sounds really cool, write it, and then I can wake up and kind of process it. But it usually starts on piano, and then from there, I can hear the drums, and then go to Matt to do guitar, and from there it just kind of builds out.
Cool.
So, yeah.
So you generally come in with the idea, something from your life, or just a thought, and then you guys kind of all brainstorm it.
Yeah, and then take it to the
Cool.
band and make it into the final production.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So you talked a little bit about playing piano and guitar, and you play guitar. Do you play any other instruments?
Bass.
Bass, yeah, I knew it. So what's one instrument that you've always wanted to play, that you would love to learn one day?
For me, drums. It just seems like you could have so much fun being like crazy behind the kit and stuff. So.
I mean, what is there other than piano?
Bagpipes.
Bagpipes.
What other instruments are there?
I wish I could play guitar like he could. Like some of this stuff, his knowledge is just ridiculous compared to mine. But yeah, that's what I would say. Or bagpipes.
So where can people find your music? What do you have released right now? Where can they listen to it? What should they be expecting?
So a new song that we just released called Sail Away is now on all streaming platforms, Spotify, iTunes. And it was actually produced by the same guy who did Pink's #1 US Billboard 200 album, which we found out after the fact of the song being finished, which was pretty crazy.
Incredible.
Yeah, so the song is called Sail Away, and yeah, anywhere you can find music, it'll be. So, and then Jonny on all social media.
Great.
Yeah.
Have like a SoundCloud?
I think we might have put it on SoundCloud, but probably better to go to Spotify.
Spotify's the go-to?
Spotify, Apple Music, yeah.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much for being
Yeah,
here.
thank
you. Thank you.
It was awesome getting to chat with you. Go check them out, Jonny Glenn. Check out their Facebook page or check them out on Spotify. Thanks again, guys.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I'm softly staring at an angel. She's been down 'cause someone stole her wings. And we sat down and I told her there's more to life than diamond rings. When she looked up for an answer, her violet eyes said to me, please don't send me into the arms of another man. I'm not deserving of all that I am. I'm always picking her up and then letting her down, while she folded his favorite shirt, waiting for him to come around. And she knows what I know, it's not right. Can't always be fighting this fight in this life. And in her mind, she knew the answer. In her violet eyes, oh, they said to me, please don't send me into the arms of another man. I'm not deserving of all that I am and all that I can be. Please don't send me into the arms of another man. I'm not deserving of all that I am. You got a letter sword, a letter fly. The violet, she's got a twinkle in her eye. You know that she is one of a kind. When she discovers and uncovers there's many others in this life, the sun will come down on that violet and shine. But now she said, please don't send me into the arms of another man. I'm not deserving of all that I am and all that I can be. Please don't send me into the arms of another man. I'm not deserving of all that I am. sure we'll be just fine. You made peace, I made my mind. I know you don't believe me, it's never all that easy. Woke up in half my clothes, can't face a light this close. They never want you stable, so young,